When in a race do I feel most like myself? I would say, to be honest, as soon as the gun goes off, it's, I think like most athletes, once the gun goes off, you're very relaxed and you just race the race. And I think I quite like racing races rather than just going through the motions. I like to react to things that are happening. So I think once the gun goes off, I just really enjoy myself and just see where other people are and enjoy a bit of hustle and bustle in the swim and stuff like that. So I think just, yeah, as soon as I go, and also, yeah, the finish is pretty nice.
Flat down. Just flat down. Or a whale.
I still choose to race because it's a difficult question, because I don't know if it's mainly because I've done it and it's all I know, it's my main career. But I think when you've done something so long and you love it and you're still able to do it and you know that your shelf life's not that long as an athlete, it's just natural to keep going because you know that it's not going to last forever. And also performance-wise, you never know when you're going to start dipping in performance. So since having Fred and going back into triathlon, leading up to races and training for races has changed quite a lot, I would say. I rely heavily on other people to support me rather than me being motivated myself. So before I had Fred, it would be all down to me whether I could get out for a run or a swim or if I would fit things in. Whereas now I don't have that control, it's whether I can have the support to allow me to get out. So that's been quite a big shift mentally, because some days, you know, people that are looking after Fred might be ill, or, you know, through the winter I had that quite a lot, or nursery was shut, and then that's my day done. Whereas before, if that had happened, it probably would have affected me mentally, thinking, oh, I've had a day off or whatever. Whereas now I've got Fred, I'm a lot more relaxed and I just have to go with the flow a lot more. And then in terms of leading up to the race, I mean,
I thought we were going to wake the whole house up, so a bit more sleep than France, but not much more, so we'll see how we go. I honestly, you can't write it. As soon as I heard him start crying, I thought, this is it.
Having a child, they're just a bit unpredictable. So, you know, he might not sleep well the night before the race or leading up to the race. So there's a lot of things that could affect it. So I would just say that logistically, everything's a lot harder, and you've just got to learn to be a lot more relaxed and just go with the flow, because it's out of your control. But life's a lot more fun, so it's, you know. When my injury happened, I would say both physically and mentally, to be honest. It was a very tough period in my life. I went from going to the Olympics, getting a medal, and then within 5 months, I couldn't walk. I was on, you know, a career-ending injury. And also the rehab was, I literally didn't walk for 6 months, so I was on crutches for 6 months, which is a hell of a long time for anyone, I think, never mind an athlete who is so active, you know, going from 30 hours a week to literally not being able to look after yourself. Because I literally spent 6 months of the time eating my dinner in the kitchen because I couldn't carry anything. And, you know, there's a lot of things like that I had to endure, which was more than triathlon. You know, it went from, I think when you're injured, sometimes you're like, oh, I can't run, I can't ride, or whatever, but you can still get about. Whereas I actually forgot about, it wasn't so much about that, it was about the fact that I couldn't really look after myself that well, just day to day when John was at work. And then also, you go from socialising so much all the time with triathletes to just being on your own all day at home when John's at work. And to deal with that for 6 months, and I think having the unknown as well as how I was going to return, took its toll on me, yeah, like I said, mentally and physically. But at the same time, it changed my perspective on a lot of things. Like pre-injury, I was always worried about putting on weight, changing my body type and my appearance. So if I ever got injured, I'd always worry about that. And then if I had an off-season break, I'd always worry about that. But when I went through that injury, my whole body completely changed. Like I lost all my muscle mass. I put on loads of weight, which was quite obvious. And I actually learned to deal with it quite well because I had no other option, and it like forced me into it. And I was more worried about people seeing me and going, whoa, you know, she's put on loads of weight or whatever. And actually coming out of that has taught me like, yeah, it doesn't really, no one cares like what you look like, or, you know, but at the time when you're an athlete, you think that you should look away, or if you don't look that way, people will judge you, which is clearly all in my head. And I think I learned a lot from that. And also I learned that it's great to have friends and family and other things outside of triathlon, because I think if people just have triathlon in their lives, that when you know things like that go wrong, it all disappears all in one go, and you don't have anything that you had before. Like your friends have gone, your social life's gone, your training's gone, all the things that can give you joy in life is totally gone. So it taught me a lot, but also it was a very, very tough period, I think. With lever, I could add it into my rehab plan quite easily from my house, because in lockdown, John built me a gym in the garden. I was able to use it all the way through getting back to running, because when you haven't been running that much, sometimes it's about the mechanics as well. So you haven't ran for that long, but using the lever, I can actually get the mechanics going earlier than probably I would be able to fully weight bear, because you can go on it and take a lot of weight off your body and the loading. So I used it really early on and then progressed all the way through, and I still use it weekly now because I'm a bit older and I'm very injury prone. So I don't like to do a lot of mileage, but I can add in a lever run to then get the mechanics and feel like I am running like 5 times a week rather than 4 times a week. But I also used it a lot in pregnancy, because I ran up until the day I gave birth. Actually, I went for a run in the morning and I gave birth in the afternoon. So again, it just allowed me to run more through pregnancy as well, because again, it just offloads the weight. And I'm very prone to calf injuries. So I've come back from many calf injuries using the lever, and it gives you that confidence that, because when you're running, I think it's something like 5, 6 times your body weight, I think, goes through your calves. Whereas with the lever, I can gradually load it and get that confidence ready to then be able to fully load it. Because I think sometimes when you've had a lot of reoccurring injuries, it's quite hard mentally to just relax and get back into running, because I do find with calves, they don't give you much warning, so it's not like I can slow it down and stop if there is an issue. It just they just go. So I've used lever in a lot of aspects of my career, to be honest.